Hey guys, it's been a few days since I've done an update at all, and I figured for this one I'm going to do a video because it's going to be a little bit long, and I know you guys are getting tired of reading my veritable books that I post, but I'll be back to that in a day or so. It has been insanely busy, which is super awesome. Everything is starting to taper off, which is absolutely not awesome at all. Let's go ahead and blame mainstream media for that. This is now second page news, back page news. An alarming amount of people think that the war is over. It's not. Not by a long shot. And it's actually getting worse in some aspects. What I do want to talk about though is I got challenged pretty hard in my personal messages, and anybody that knows me knows that I don't fight, but I also don't back down. A comment was made that we look like we're having so much fun in Poland and Ukraine. So I'll tell you what, there are good moments, for sure. I've got some of the most incredible human beings with me, and one back in Canada, that are unbelievable. I post the feel-goods because some of what we do makes people feel uncomfortable in a big way. But I'd like to touch on that actually for a moment. So I just got called scared. I know it was a troll, and that's fine. I would like to know what I'm afraid of, because for talking the R word, not so much. For talking political backlash about what I'm about to talk about, not so much. I don't like feet, but I'm not afraid of them. Little disclaimer here, what I'm about to talk about is it could traumatize you, and it's going to be a really hard, uncomfortable listen for a lot of people, but I really think that this stuff needs to be talked about, because the reality is we have a lot of very large organizations in here that won't talk about it. We have a lot of really large organizations that have millions of dollars out of our pockets that are doing nothing. We are the Davids among absolute Goliaths, and that's not an exaggeration. We are 5 core members, mainly Canadian veterans, that are trying to make a fucking difference, and we actually are. Our guys are absolutely unbelievable. Food, medicine, even animal food, clothing, supplies for the front line. I can't say specific things because God knows I'll take another ban. I probably already will, because I use the word fuck like an exclamation point. Ooh, that was a hard one to get out. You know, I flipped onto Canadian news and I saw that there's another trucker protest going on. Believe what you need to believe, and that's okay, and I'll never disagree with you. But it's absolutely disheartening being in the position I'm in. Because here's a pro tip. A big part of what I do over here is dealing with drugs. Drugs that aren't above the law in 2 different countries that I'm dealing with. You know what? Report this video if you feel the need. And I realize that some may, because of what these drugs are. Especially with Roe versus Wade just hitting the media in the last couple days. Tensions are high. But I'll tell you, the not sexy part of this war, you know, the part of this war that the war tourists aren't looking at or aren't taking selfies and Instagram pictures of, is fucking ugly. And we deal with that ugly. I deal with a cross section of people that need options and choices. They need a way out. Not only of their country, but out of the trauma that they're in. And the least I can do is afford that to them. And if that means putting my ass on the line, so be it. I can't speak on behalf of our guys because that's not fair. I will wear this like a hat. I deal with drugs that come in packages and bottles. Sub-Q needle and then a vaginal application. I deal with midterm terminations. I deal with trying to find doses for little girls. Little girls that just started menstruating, that are now pregnant, that now are HIV positive, that now have every STI under the sun. I deal with women that are internally bleeding to death. I deal with little boys. We deal with body bags. Because someone has to. Someone has to deal with the non-sexy part of this war. As I said, the non-Instagram worthy posts. The non-war tourists. The real casualties of war. And something that I realize I'm stretching my neck out as a result of, because of religion, because of political stance, because of political overreach, because of everything. But I do it and we do it because it needs to be done. You know, everything we're dealing with here, the irony is that it's everything a cross-section of Canada is claiming is wrong with our country, but it's not even close. We're going to watch millions of dollars filter into this trucker protest. Again. But yet we're borrowing and stealing for body bags, for medication, for food. It's not just black and white like War and Peace. It's the privileged and the entitled get more privileged and more entitled and more money through any war. The not well-to-do become way more not well-to-do. And those are the first casualties. And those are the forgotten about. Orphanages. Halfway homes. For differing needs teens. The assaulted and the raped. And the pregnant. And the terrified. I can assure you that I am fine. I'll say it again, I have the most incredible human beings around me. You know, jokingly, I kind of want to put a vest on them all and call them my emotional support humans. I had my 5 minutes of a meltdown the other day. Because I had found out good news and bad news in the same phone call with a doctor I deal with that's inside. Some of my females had been taken, and their teeth had been removed. Every tooth by a dentist to ease, facilitate further sexual trauma because they were being sacrificed. I think I prayed to every god there is out there that infection would get them fast. But you ask these massive NGOs and charities what they're doing to help, and you get a blind statement that they sent $2 million of feminine hygiene products, or my favorite was the pallets of tablecloths and partial strollers. The fuck is that fixing? I'm kind of rambly and I apologize for that. You just need to get it out sometimes. So, Mr. Troll, if you are a Mr., clearly fake account, challenge accepted. What am I afraid of? Definitely not you. You want to know what we do? This is what we do. It's raw, it's real. Doing the right thing is Canada way.